Our world is inherently disruptive. Change and challenges are part of our societal fabric. Turbulence is a given. In these trying times, we all need to feel anchored and understood. It's never been more important to nurture an awareness of self and carefully navigate what is in our control, to communicate clearly and to manage our relationships adeptly. Introducing Stewarts Rogers Executive Leadership and Coaching. It's an invaluable anchor for the everyday. It's built on insights and acumen and an honest, solutions-driven approach to personal and professional growth. So if you're looking to streamline your career trajectory, to develop leadership potential or improve your people skills, learn to control your emotions, the work starts right now. And it starts right here. Perhaps you're at a crossroads or grappling with uncertainty. Your next big step is a whole lot closer than you think. In order to be a good leader, you have natural attributes anyway. How do you help people maximize those strengths?
Firstly, I like to do a 360 appraisal before I coach people or I interview people around them in order to find out more about the person's style and how they work with the people. The most important thing there is that I then understand more about the person, and if it's a confidential survey, people are going to give the honest information. I share it with the person and say, so this is how other people see you. Yes, I can then help them to understand what they need to do differently in order to make an impact and get what they want out of that person.
But let's get back to that notion of fear, if we can.
Okay.
How do you overcome that? Because it's with all of us all the time, isn't it?
Correct.
Fear of failure, you'll tell me, I guess, is an inhibitor of growth.
It is, absolutely. I mean, it is one of the most common things that I come across. People who are really capable are just incapable at certain times because they're just crippled with fear. So what we normally talk about is what is within our control and what is outside our control.
You say you have a participative style of coaching and a very relaxed manner, much in the way in which you and I are talking now.
Okay.
How does that work?
If you go and look at my website, people that I've coached say he's very direct. So I'm very direct, but we have a relaxed and participative style. However, what's important to me is that the person is able to think and express themselves and find the answer within them. Because mostly they're able to find it, but I need to then ask the right questions. So participative in that, I don't tell people what to do. I ask them questions until they find the best way, or we agree together on what the way forward is.
And agreeing on the way forward, obviously you're going to set some goals and design, with the understanding that there is no one-size-fits-all solution.
There is not. So I like to understand the person fully. That's why I do the 360. That's why the first session is normally a 2-hour session in which I get them to tell me everything about themselves. So I can understand the person behind the person, the environment that they come from, the environment they're currently in, and some of the fears or stresses they're working with. So it's about the whole person.
Very quickly, what's the difference between mentorship and life coaching?
Okay, so a life coach is someone who helps you to set goals and for growth and development, and then takes you through a process of action to get to reach those goals. So that's what coaching is about. And then mentorship is about walking together with you as a kind of a guide and an example in order to get the things that you need to do done.
Who's your target market?
So my target market is leadership at all levels. And also I have some private clients who just need to get rid of difficult habits, or who are in a situation where they're facing a bully or someone difficult that they need to learn how to deal with. Because I say this, if you don't face a difficult person and deal with it, you will come up against them again and again until you do deal. So there is a very clearly that kind of person. I'm looking for people who are struggling with a particular thing or person or relationship in their lives, and we work at how to best fix that. But mainly we're looking at leaders who are perhaps technically competent but don't know how to manage a team, don't know how to get a good productivity out of a team. And Jeremy, I even do productivity improvement workshops with teams so that I can help them to see that they've got clear roles, clear boundaries, interaction is clear, and they're good systems.
But who are you? What's your personal philosophy?
Well, my personal philosophy is Jeremy, that we can do what we want to do, whatever we want to do. If we believe in ourselves and we set specific goals, we can achieve it. And that is what coaching is about. Coaching is about learning to believe and trust in yourself in order to achieve the growth that you would like to achieve. Many people are frustrated, and I myself have helped many people to move past that frustration and to start to feel more comfortable with the balance. I say that happiness comes from the things that you do to achieve balance, to achieve a kind of like, I'd say, a comfort with your life. And coaching helps you to look at the areas which are uncomfortable and to change those. But what we teach in coaching, what we learn in coaching is applicable to any situation in our lives. Helps us to have better relationships with our children. It helps us to engage better with a society group that we're in. It helps us to make friends in a different manner. I even teach people how to get to introduce themselves to people and how to get a conversation going if they walk into a room and they need to start talking. So I help people to engage in all aspects of life, because the techniques and the behavior that is learned during coaching is applicable to their entire life.
And Stuart Rogers, I'm going to thank you for a fascinating conversation.